especially when you're first learning something, the speed will come. What a lot of people do, when they first learn something, they're so eager to go fast and to put muscle behind it that they compromise and they start glazing over and skipping the small details. And there is, when you get to high-level hand fighting, it might look very simple, but when you get to the high level, there are thousands of variables and little details that go in it. So when you are first learning it, make sure you're not glazing over those. You're not compromising it with speed. Get those small details. The push-pull, a lot of you guys have already abandoned it. In your mind, it's easy, not really that worth working on, and you've skipped it. Everyone should be always getting back to that push-pull. The first thing that you should do when you get in a tie-up is think about the distance. Am I in a good distance to hand fight, get to my setups, and blast off the shot? If not, that is my number one priority. Distance and pace is my number one priority. And a lot of you guys glaze over that. So slow it down. Make sure you are meticulous with those details, okay? And it'll get better and better and easier. You'll get your speed behind it. You'll start getting strength behind it, and you'll get better at it, okay? Now, we're going to go what's called a short pass. We did a full pass. Full pass, I'm getting an angle, all right? I'm able to clear tie, get an angle, no hip to hip. Short pass, we're in a very close distance, right? Guys are cramping up. I'm not going to be able to get an angle on him, all right? So for my full pass, I was able to at least get some sort of angle on him to pass. This one, we're locked in here tight. A lot of times, he'll have a hold of this elbow so I can't let go in full pass. When you're tight, this isn't my distance, right? I can't get in. Something's got to give here. So I want to be able to clear ties. All right? So I'm going to go short pass. Short pass, I don't need an angle. We're in tight. Hand that's usually on that elbow is going to come to the wrist. Come all the way up to the wrist. We're going to drive forward. As we do, I'm just going to push it off the top of my head. Push it off the top of my head, the opposite shoulder. Right there, okay? It's really important, guys, that I don't duck my head. If I start ducking my head and he switches his grip on my head here, this is not good. Now he can short chop, all right? He can start getting my head down. I don't want to lower my head. I keep my head up, go to the wrist, come forward, slide it over to my shoulder. Once I do that, now I'm clear to get my angle. Switching hands on the head. I'm going to circle away. Switch hands on the head. We're human. We want to handle, right? This guy, natural instinct is to hold on to this arm. So when I switch hands on the head, I tag it out. This hand is just going to limp, and it's going to pull straight down. His hands will shoot down naturally. That is the handle he had. When this limps down, knuckles to the mat, pulls out, his hands will shoot down, and I will be in phenomenal position. Short pass, forward, keep my head up, over to that far shoulder. Switch hands on his head, right here. As I circle, I pull that hand down, stay on him, right here. Now, I've got my distance. His hands aren't on me. He's going to be reacting. I'm heavy on him. Put me in great position. I was in tight. I wasn't controlling distance. I wasn't wearing on him. Don't want to be there. One more time. Forward, wrist, pushes it over top of my head to the far shoulder. Okay? Make sure you push it to the far shoulder. If I pushed it down, if I roll it down, and he grabbed my wrist and came back to my head, this is not good. I'm not in good position here. I don't want him to be able to re-grab. Take it to that far shoulder. I don't mind him holding that arm. All right? I don't want him to re-grab. Take it to the far shoulder, switch hands. I circle away because I want this hand here to straighten. If it's a bent arm, it's a better handle. When I circle, it starts to create some distance, and I can slip it out a little bit easier.